Good morning. I'm Pastor Steve of the Word Christian Fellowship. Glad you could be with me today for a time of devotion. It's Friday the 13th. Well, I'm not superstitious, but everybody always seems to take an interest in the 13th on a Friday. I want to talk to you this morning about an unreasonable argument that people seem to have. In the book of Titus, the first chapter, verses 15 through 16, it says, "To the pure all things are pure, but to those who are defiled and unbelieving nothing is pure. But even their mind and conscience are defiled. They profess to know God, but in works they deny him, being abominable, disobedient, and disqualified for every good work." That's a pretty heavy statement, isn't it? You ever hear anybody say, "I'm not a Christian because of all the hypocrites in the church"? Well, that's a sin against reason. And anybody with a slightest bit of intelligence knows that's not reasonable. There may be Christians who are hypocritical, but not all Christians are hypocrites. You know, some eggs may be rotten, but you probably had some for breakfast that weren't rotten. Some money can be counterfeit, but you wouldn't burn all your money because you saw a counterfeit bill. You know, nobody says, "I don't believe in hypocrite bills, so I'm going to burn all my money." You know better than a hypocrite who proves the validity of the real. Why do people counterfeit $50 bills? Because of the worth of a $50 bill. Nobody counterfeits a gum wrapper because it's not worth anything. When you say the church is full of hypocrites, you know better than that. You know, I've been preaching long enough to know that the best people on the face of God's green earth meet on Sunday mornings to give him praise and glory. I'm not going to let hypocrites keep me out of heaven and then spend eternity with them forever in hell. That's a sin against reason. People say, I'm not going to church because of hypocrites. There's hypocrites in the grocery store. Did you quit eating? No, of course not. There's hypocrites in the church. That's true. But that's the minority, not the majority. You don't go to church for the other people. You go to church to worship God, to hear a word from God, to be encouraged in your faith. Have you ever been discouraged by hypocrites in a church? You know, how do you respond to that logic given? And what I share with you this morning. What are some people of sincere faith have you learned from? That's what you focus on. Focus on the good things, because they're there. I'm a big believer you see what you look for. If you look for hypocrites, you're going to find them. If you look for good, loving Christian people, you'll find a lot more of them. I hope this helps you. I hope this helps you not to be critical of others and to realize just how good of a God we have. May God bless your day. You have a good weekend. Don't forget, go to church on Sunday. And I'll see you here again Monday morning. Be well, friends.